Okay, it is 7:45 a.m. on this Wednesday morning, May 20th, 2026. We are, once again going to go ahead and record our morning skies this morning. Look at this. Of course, got evidence back here. And, well, for the fourth day in a row, see if, well, they were sort of somewhat showing up, but yeah, we were having colorations of the ring formation style. I just ran up, grabbed my phone. I was out here tending to the granimals this morning, and so yeah, there was a little bit of the top of the rings out here. But by the time I got out back down to ground level, it's more of just a discoloration up here more than anything. But still having a lot of these waves. Of course, you know, in today's definitions and terminologies, these are being referred to as gravity waves. I beg to differ, but I've rehashed that one quite a few times. So I'm getting tired of repeating myself, being a Pete and a repeater, if you will. But yeah, so we got these lovely gravity waves, as well as this nice haziness. Yeah, this is really wanting to come on up in here. And as far as pertaining to the animals, once again, because we had this storm, which, well, by now that video has been posted, and of course it does not look like a severe storm or anything, but once again, we just kind of got the edging of what had occurred, like this back here to the west, whereas other areas in our region got hit quite hard. Trees, once again, coming down, just like what we see in my video, but that was a tree that snapped because of weakness, not because of wind gusts. Now then, I am going to, good morning, Bat. Hi, buddy. We got food out there for you. Now what was quite interesting was on one of our more recent follow-ups to that storm, the meteorologists themselves stated that, well, because of the situations of our weather over the last couple of years, the trees have weakened and are much more easily prone into snapping. And we've seen a lot of these trees being snapped. Of course, we get these uprooted trees as well, but, well, they are top heavy. They have been trimmed for lower branches, which once again makes them very top heavy. And so we have a lot of uprooted trees, and ironically, when you look at these uprooted trees, there's very little root structures to be seen. Okay? So we have an issue with trees today. Okay? But then we have issues with so much. But once again, you know, trees. Well, I think this is good enough time, if any, to go ahead and once again add a link into the description to that musical artist, Jesse Wells, and his song about trees. Yeah. People, make sure that you take time to spend time with trees. Grab hold of a branch and just hang on for a while. Take off your shoes. Ground yourself. Absorb the natural energy that can be derived from our friends the trees. Remember, they're the lungs of this place that we call home. But anyways, so yeah, I've got food coming from Walmart today for the cats. Yesterday I was supposed to get food from a past neighbor that lost power during this recent storm, and so a lot of food products had thawed out, and well, instead of tossing it in the garbage, it's going to be delivered to me some point midday today, and likewise with the Walmart delivery. So yeah, these cats are going to be well fed for a few days with new flavors for their palate or palates. Okay, and yeah, man, they're really going to town, aren't they? Of course, you know, we got this prediction or forecast of increased cloudiness. And I am, you know, actually quite surprised that we're getting this much of the light this morning. We've got a nice breeze down here, but none of this stuff seems to be moving all that quickly this morning. And yeah, so I got a feeling that over the next few hours, or at least a couple hours, we could see a lot more of this. But once again, I am doing what I should not be doing, out here recording while I've got content that is attempting to be posted, because once again, this platform is causing all kinds of issues as far as me posting content. There's no two ways about it. I've seen too much of the evidence of the games being played through this pathetic platform. Why can't they go pick on these channels that have hundreds of thousands of views, thousands of subscribers? Oh, that's right, because they've been too compliant after the almighty dollar. Yeah. So they can go ahead and come out with whatever, as long as they make sure that to say a lot of certain words or phrases that could jeopardize their monetization. Yeah. I don't have that to worry about. Actually, I should be a lot more freer verbalizing my thoughts. Because I only state a fraction of what it could be spouting off about. And I could be putting it in much vulgar terminologies, using a lot of profanity. But no. I was brought up with morals, okay? To where I can actually control my mouth better than the President of the United States. Yeah. I think that guy has used profanity within his public appearances and speeches and so on and so forth. Far more than what I have in my content. Yeah, there are times to where, well, I can't hold back. I had a little slip up earlier, but you know what? Tends to happen. I'm only human. Man, they got these waves kicking all over the place. Unbelievable. I mean, they're coming over the treetops back here to the north. I mean, these things are everywhere. So much fakery to our skies today because of all these sky operations that take place that they claim does not happen. Well, we're not going to get any of these colorations, at least not with all this. Look at the glare. I mean, unbelievable. How much of a reflective quality that our skies have today to promote so much glare. Alright, I think this is going to do it. I need to get this phone back on the power cord so I can continue to feed AI through my device, through the uploading process, because it requires so much power that it's taking that much longer to post content, because we gotta feed the system, we gotta feed the beast, right? Well, at least I am starting to see more and more of a pushback against this crap technology. And that in itself is quite surprising. But we don't have the power. There's not enough. I mean, we got billions of people out there. We've got the power, but there's no unification. Especially when it comes down to fighting against this stuff here, or at least fighting in the attempts for clarification over why all of this is necessary. I already know. And I've been preaching it. I've been telling people for years now what's going on, or what I believe is going on. Few people are listening, but you know, it's not a battle worth fighting if there's no armies. We have a lot of individuals out there that have taken to the cause, but it goes nowhere. because once again, as the government, yeah, having issues, there we go. Because just, you know, the government and the military both claim the same. There's strength in numbers. Well, we don't have enough numbers to carry on the fight over this. And they continue to divide and conquer those that try to unite. Quite sad. People have more power than what they realize. And it goes nowhere because they've got so many people sidelined through distractions. Very sad. And now I'm going to have to back away because they keep pushing me further and further into the corner. I never used to have as many issues as what I do these days pertaining to posting content. When you have a 3-minute video and it comes up, well, it's going to take about 30 minutes to post. Are you serious? How pathetic, how ridiculous, how asinine. Oh, anymore, it's you know, it doesn't matter the length of my content. Right away it comes up about 3 hours. Well, whenever it comes up through this AI system about 1 hour, well, you know what comes up when it's fluctuating with that about estimate? 90 minutes. Yeah, 90 minutes basically is the equivalent to about 1 hour. That's how time is perceived through artificial intelligence. Pathetic. Utterly pathetic. And then because of signal strength, which they block, because of course, you know, I contact my cell phone provider and they say, oh, everything's fine. Signal strength, oh yeah, our towers are working fine. You got plenty of signal strength. Oh really? Huh. Could have fooled me. So, well, I'm getting tired of playing the games. If I can get access to Wi-Fi without having to shell out my coinage for it, well, I might do that just to speed things up. But I don't like to use other people's. I don't like to be on other people's dime. But worst comes to worst, that's what we'll do. Boy, they're really whiting out the skies now. Whitewash into the skies. Alright, that's enough. Skywise out.